Here's the complete timeline, including both the early mechanical, acoustic devices and the evolution of the telephone, pre-electromagnetic telephones, early mechanical and acoustic devices 7th century AD. The Chima people of Peru used an acoustic device made from a gourd and stretched hide for sound transmission. This version is housed in the Smithsonian Museum. 1664 to 1685, Robert Hooke, the British physicist and polymath, conducted early experiments with sound transmission, which led to the creation of the acoustic string phone in 1667. This phone used taut strings or wires to transmit sound mechanically, not through electric currents. 17th–18th century, the acoustic tin can telephone, or lover's phone, was used as a children's toy and could transmit sound through taut strings connecting two cans, cups, or bottles. Late 1800s, acoustic telephones, including designs like the Pulsion telephone, were marketed commercially as a competitor to the electrical telephone. Their range, however, was limited, and they quickly became obsolete after Bell's telephone patents expired. Speaking tubes, which allowed for sound transmission over short distances within buildings and aboard ships, were used throughout history and continue in use today. Early electrical telegraph and its influence on the telephone. 1804, Francisco Salvacampolo, a Spanish polymath, constructed the first electrochemical telegraph. 1816, Francis Reynolds, an English inventor, built the first working telegraph using static electricity. 1832, Baron Schilling developed the first electromagnetic telegraph. 1833, Carl Friedrich Gauss and Wilhelm Weber built another electromagnetic telegraph at the University of Ga-Pilkrottingen, which sent 8 words per minute between the observatory and Physics Institute. 1839, Sir William Fothergill Cooke commercialized the electrical telegraph on the Great Western Railway, with a line connecting Paddington Station to West Drayton in England. 1837 to 1838, Samuel Morse, with his assistant Alfred Vail, developed the Morse code signaling alphabet and created the first working telegraph in the United States. The first telegraph message was sent across 2 miles of wire on January 6, 1838. 19th century, early concepts and inventions. 1876, Alexander Graham Bell is credited with inventing the first practical telephone. He famously said, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you," when he first succeeded in transmitting a voice message. This marked the birth of the telephone. 1877, the Bell Telephone Company was founded to commercialize the telephone, leading to the development of the first telephone lines and exchanges. 1889, the first switchboard was established, allowing for multiple telephone lines to be connected to one another, making communication more efficient. Early 20th century, expansion and innovation. 1900, the telephone began to spread worldwide, with the development of long-distance calling and international communication. Early phones were still operated manually. 1915, the first transcontinental telephone call in the U.S. was made between New York and San Francisco, improving long-distance communication. 1920s, the rotary dial was introduced, allowing users to dial numbers directly without operator assistance. Mid-20th century, the birth of the mobile phone concept. 1947, Bell Labs, now part of Nokia, proposed the concept of a mobile phone. This idea was theoretical, predicting a future where people could carry telephones that communicated wirelessly. 1956, first mobile phone call was made via a mobile radio system in the US, although the device was bulky and impractical for everyday use. 1960s, early cellular systems were developed, involving multiple low-power transmitters that allowed for seamless handoff between towers as users moved. 1970s, the first mobile phones. 1973, Martin Cooper of Motorola made the first ever mobile phone call on a handheld device. The phone, called the Motorola Dynatac, was massive and weighed around 2.5 pounds. 1977, the first mobile phone network was set up in Japan, making it possible for users to make calls while moving between cities. 1980s, the commercialization of mobile phones. 1983, Motorola Dynatac 8000X, the first commercially available mobile phone, was released. It was still large and expensive, costing around $3,995.1989. The first flip phone, the Motorola Microtac, was released, offering a more compact design. 1990s, the rise of digital and the GSM standard. 1991, the GSM, Global System for Mobile Communications, standard was introduced, leading to more widespread adoption of mobile phones across Europe and other parts of the world. 1992, the first SMS, short message service, text message was sent. This started a new form of communication that would become integral to mobile phones. 1996, the Nokia 8110, also known as the banana phone, featured a sliding cover and was one of the first phones with a more ergonomic design. It gained cultural recognition in the film The Matrix, 1999. 2000s, the rise of smartphones. 2000, the first camera phones were introduced, allowing users to take pictures and send them via text or email. 2002, BlackBerry devices gained popularity, particularly for business professionals, with features like email, a full QWERTY keyboard, and internet connectivity. 2007, Apple's iPhone was announced by Steve Jobs, revolutionizing the smartphone market. The iPhone introduced a multi-touch interface, a sleek design, and a focus on apps, making it the model for modern smartphones. 2008, the Android operating system was launched, further contributing to the shift toward touchscreen smartphones. The first Android phone, the HTC Dream, was released, providing an alternative to Apple's iOS. 2010s, the era of modern smartphones. 2010, the iPhone 4 introduced the Retina display, FaceTime, and a front-facing camera, marking the iPhone as a more advanced smartphone. 2011, Samsung's Galaxy S2 was launched, solidifying Android as the leading competitor to iPhone. 2012, 4G LTE networks began rolling out, dramatically increasing the speed of mobile data and enabling faster web browsing, video streaming, and app usage. 2014, Apple introduced Apple Pay, allowing users to make payments using their smartphones through NFC technology. 2016, the introduction of virtual assistants like Apple's Siri, Google Assistant, and Amazon Alexa became a major feature of smartphones, offering hands-free controls for tasks, information retrieval, and home automation. 2020s, the evolution of mobile technology. 2020, the release of 5G networks began to spread worldwide, promising significantly faster data speeds and more reliable connections, especially for IoT, Internet of Things, devices. 2020 to 2024, foldable smartphones like Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold and Motorola's Razr revived the flip phone concept with modern technology, offering larger screens that fold for portability. 2024, AI integration and AR, augmented reality, features continue to improve, with smartphones becoming even more integrated into daily life, including health tracking, gaming, and real-time language translation. Ongoing developments. Future trends include fully integrated AI assistants, quantum computing for processing power, foldable displays, AR, VR capabilities, and advanced battery technologies. Eco-friendly phones are being developed, with companies exploring sustainable materials and focusing on reducing the environmental impact of mobile phone manufacturing and disposal. This timeline showcases how both mechanical and electrical innovations laid the foundation for modern telecommunications, ultimately leading to the sophisticated mobile devices we use today. 40 Mini